So Brighton had a something in the deal that said that they can sign Trafford, so that's fair enough. So, ooh, oh, wait, yeah, that's not who I thought it was. Um, yeah, so Trafford is no longer at the club, so I guess that kind of works. The only thing I need to do now is ask nicely who wants to be the backup, either Vicario or Jaros, and I'm assuming Jaros won't want to. So put you down to cup goalkeeper, and hopefully that's not too much of an issue. Otherwise, we'll have to sell him, and then Jaros we're gonna have to sell because you are not going to be the first choice goalkeeper. There we go. So we're getting through there. We're getting through it. Here we are then, our first major sign-in as the PSG boss, and it is going to be Lucas Chevalier, a world-class goalkeeper from Real Madrid, of course, French international as well, or France goalkeeper. And the reason I've got him is, like I said, we needed a goalkeeper, and he's a good ball-playing goalkeeper, still 30 as well. Paid a lot of money for him, but we showed last season how important it is to get a good goalkeeper. Now, we do have an offer, or as you can see, we could sign Pau Cabrasi as well. However, I am not going to do that because although the deal was not too bad, to be honest, but I just think having second thoughts about it, and you can see here we are offering for Haaland, although it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get that one. But yeah, we've got the goalkeeper that we needed in Mr. Chevalier. We'll pop him in, no problems. So now we just need that world-class striker. And then, after that, it's just a case of working out who wants to be rotation for the world-class team, essentially. Yeah, this team is unbelievable. Arguably better than my team at Liverpool, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that so far. Just need, like I said, just need that striker to sort of round things off. And the good thing about PSG is, yeah, it just has they just have ridiculous money. How much do we have left after making that big sign? And we have still, yeah. So we basically have 100 mil to get a striker. I have put in an offer for Benjamin Sheshko, who probably is going to be the man we try and get. Chouameni wants to join Man U, so maybe we can do a cheeky little deal with them or something. I'm not too sure, but yeah, um, yeah, looking good. So it's been a couple of minutes, shall we say, and we have sold a player finally. It's taken us a while to get a sale off, but we do get our next sale off, and I'm trying at the moment. You might even be able to see it if I get a quick continue. I'm trying to get another centre half because I've just spent time trying to work out, yeah, essentially trying to work out what do we need. And my notes suggest we needed a DM. However, I have moved a youngster into the main team, who looks like a decent DM. Mr. Benabid looks decent. So yeah, we'll probably just use him. I don't think we need to sign another one. You know, if we get any money in January, maybe we'll get one. And I'm trying to offload uh, Bioma. I don't know how you say his name, but because I don't, yeah, I think he's decent, but he's just not that tall. that's the only that's the only issue with him. I might keep him, but I'm not really sure yet. But yeah, that's the only other position we need is centre half. So it would be that is legit. All we need is two centre halves. Really. So yeah, we are still trying to get rid of Chouameni as well, and that will essentially just fund everything because obviously Chouameni was going to be the backup DM, but he doesn't want to stay here, so we'll just use that youngster instead, and which is a bit of a shame because he's a good player, but yeah, I'm not gonna force him to stay here if he doesn't want to. Um, But yeah, I need to go through everyone's training as well. So that is what I'm going to do now, and I'm very sad. This is actually very sad. I'm sad that Bayern Munich got Vuskovic because I really wanted him, but he was just too expensive. He was too expensive for us. They were they were saying that we had to pay 80 million, I think, for him. And I just don't. Yeah, I didn't have the money for that. Wow. So Bayern could pay 50, but we had to pay. That's not very nice, is it? But yeah. I've got to go through all the training now. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that now. Here we go then. Another massive sign, of course. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but we need that. We need that man. We need that star man. When I joined this squad and I looked at it, I was like, okay, the goalkeeper is not major, but the striker is like it's one striker away from being a god squad. So, yeah, we basically spend our entire budget on Benjamin Sheshko, who hopefully is going to be, yeah, hopefully going to be that guy for us, just bagging the goals. Hopefully, we'll see we'll see how likely that is. But yeah, I think he's a great player, so we'll see how he gets on here at PSG. And to be honest, that is pretty much first team set in stone done. Now we need to do is work out our backups essentially. Um, but yeah, boom, he's in, he's in, he's in. And we've got okay, Brentford sign Lee, so we get some money. Nice, nice. So Ben Sesko, in you go, and that is how our first team essentially is going to look for the majority of the season. Obviously, an unbelievable team. He's happy to be a centre forward as well, his best position, so don't need to change any of that. Kvaratskhelia is better as a wide forward, but can be inside forward as well. I think I'm gonna use him. Actually, when Esteval, we used Esteval as a wide forward for quite a bit actually. So I don't really hate that. I'm gonna, to be honest, I don't really mind. I'm gonna keep him as an inside forward. But he can play either or. Nwaneri's an inside forward quite easily. Neves prefers to be a central midfielder, so or midfield playmaker. Perhaps we can run him in that role instead. A bit more expressive. There we go. Vitinha, deep line playmaker. So we could play him in DM, but does that mean Zia Emery? Let's have a look at him. Okay, he prefers to be in the midfield anyway, so that works for me. So we can swap Vitinha and Zia Emery. I do kind of want a channel midfielder, and he's not really. I mean, yeah, he can learn that. He can learn that for sure. He won't be too bad at that at all. And then we've got Mendes, who yeah, obviously these fullbacks will want to be wing backs. Just yeah, that's kind of obvious. Do I want them to be wing backs? Probably not really that necessary, to be honest. I'm gonna keep them as fullbacks. I might allow them to be wing backs. I just don't really think it's that necessary in FM because the even with them being fullbacks, they'll be so attacking if you get me. So yeah, Pacho's perfect. Zabani is also perfect, and then Chevalier. So yeah, very very happy with the team. The only thing I might change in the future is, like I said, the wing backs. Maybe I'll give them a bit more freedom to go forward, but just don't really feel like it's that necessary in FM. And then in terms of our actual tactics for those interested, we're going with this. This. Don't think I'll change any of this. Um, Yep, and then out of possession, we will go like this. And the only thing that will change quite a lot is the defensive line. And this pretty much is always dependent on who we play. Pretty much if it's a big game or an important game, I'll play much lower. Or if we're trying to just see out a game, put it on much lower. If it's like a team that is less good, essentially, will be higher line. And then if we are losing in a game, or we really need a goal, I'll put it to much higher. But I'll default let them train at much lower because that's likely what we'll use say like in the Champions League and stuff like that. Against like say if we play Real Madrid, probably just use that for most of the game. But yeah, other than that, I think that is going to be how we set up for the team. Again, those are the majority, or they're the major signings. Now all I'm going to do is be boring. Again, not going to show you guys because it's a bit long. I'm going to get my pen and paper and go through every single player and try and make sure we have sufficient backup to this team. And yeah, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Zero to Hero. Our last episode, you saw us win the FA Cup final, win the Champions League final, and then leave Liverpool. And what happened? As you can see on screen, we took the next step in our adventure. We have decided to come to PSG to try and win everything in France, and I thought, what better place to do it other than PSG? And I will say, I was looking for quite a while on the, the vacancies, as you will, and honestly, none of the jobs really appealed to me that much, other than, of course, this PSG job. The only other one that really I was thinking about was maybe Midtjylland. However, I think that the smaller teams or the more niche nations are probably better to do later on in the save, because my thought process was is say if I go to Midtjylland now and we have a bad time, it's going to be hard for us to get a job like PSG. So I thought, why not try and sweep up with some of the bigger clubs and then go to maybe the more niche nations a little bit later on in the save. And as I have discussed as well in previous episodes, when it's all said and done, when we get 40 years, 30 years, whatever into the future, and I'm bored of the save or whatever, I have decided that we are going to go to Cambridge United anyway. So that is going to be the final journey. It's going to be trying to get Cambridge United to the Premier League as like the sort of way to finish this save. But before we get there, I want to try and win as many trophies as I can. So yeah, we done it all at Liverpool in 2 seasons. Hopefully, it doesn't take us 2 seasons to win everything in France. However, with that being said, oh no, unfortunately, I've advanced too far. But I can go back here. You can see that PSG did win the season, shock, last year. However, they only won it by 3 goals. So Nice are actually hot on our tails, alongside Lille as well, who are only 1 point behind. So PSG not quite as dominant as you guys may think, and they did get knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid. However, our job here is to, of course, try and win everything possible in France. If we win the Champions League as well, obviously I'm not going to be, I'm going to be happy with that. But if we do manage to win everything in France, then I will leave PSG at the end of this season as well. And I know what you're all thinking: what squad have I inherited? And I will say, I was contemplating changing my tactics for PSG. However, they just are a 4-3-3 team. So I've just plugged in the Liverpool 4-3-3 for now. And I might change. I've changed only one thing, and that is I've changed the mentality to attacking, because I believe Ligue 1 to be a slightly easier league than the Premier League. So yeah, I'm going to go a bit more attacking. Maybe I'll go positive against some of the better teams in Ligue 1. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with pretty much a very similar um, approach to this. The only thing that we might change is some of the roles, depending on who we get. But as things stand, we're going with this. I will say the only other thing we did change as well is I've put Neves as an advanced playmaker as opposed to attacking midfielder. Um, but yeah, apart from that, I think everything else stayed the same. And these are the players that I've plugged in that I'm sort of like, okay, these guys are. I don't need to sign anyone. These guys are more than capable of winning the league and doing well in the Champions League. And then on the bench, again, same sort of idea. Players that are more than good enough to rotate in and do well. The only player I will say that has already kicked up a fuss is Tchouameni, as he wants to leave, which is fine. So we will probably end up selling him. However, we've got the likes of Fede Valverde here, Ethan Wanieri, Livramento. We've got obviously some great players here alongside some players that were already at PSG. Neves, Vitinha, Zia Emery, Zabani, Pacho, and Mendes all playing for PSG in real life currently. So then we've got Hakimi as good backup to Livramento or potentially the starter as well. It's just again just great rotation. So yeah, these are the players I've highlighted to be 100% happy for me to use or stay here. And then here are the rest of the team that I'm not saying I won't use them, it's more like I just need to work out if I want to keep them or if they're good enough and that sort of thing. So I'm slowly but surely getting through it. Players like Ezri Konsa, just surprising that he's at PSG, but yeah, he's 34, so perhaps ready to move on. But yeah, Luis Enrique looks decent for rotation. But again, it's just I need to familiarise myself with some of the players here. Trafford might be a good sub goalkeeper. He's on loan at the moment. Rasmus Højlund, again, I don't really want him to be my regular starter or starter striker, but maybe someone, if he's happy to be a squad player, could be a squad player for us maybe. And then yeah, Vicario is the number one goalkeeper here, which is something that I'm gonna try and improve on immediately, as Vicario's decent, but 35 years old now, looking like he's getting on a bit. So yeah, and then yeah, Jaros, he looks okay, but yeah, I'm probably with the amount of money that we have, we don't really need okay. We can just get a very good goalkeeper, as of course PSG have a lot of money. Dembele looks okay, and if he's happy to be an impact sub, I'm okay to keep him here. I don't think he will get too much game time, but might be good in like the cup competitions and things like that for rotation. So yeah, we're slowly but surely getting through it, and obviously there's probably going to be someone in the under 21s, haven't even really looked yet, who's just incredible because I'm assuming they've got a decent um, what do you call it, youth system. Yeah, like this guy looks pretty good. Perfectionist, yeah, wow. Pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, oh my god, he is very good, isn't he? Wow. Um he might have to come straight into sorry, I'm sort of kind of taken away by this guy. Yeah, it's pretty flipping good. Moroccan as well, but yeah. So at the moment, my first things that I done when I moved to PSG, again, I didn't do it on camera because kind of boring stuff, was obviously implement the tactic. I also, what else did I do? I done the, oh, I haven't yet to do this actually. The training intensity. I always like to go double here, leave the rest how it is. And then yeah, the main thing I'm doing at the moment is trying to get the staff sorted out before obviously preseason starts. That's probably number one priority for me. I have also plugged in the set pieces. Again, I haven't really gone crazy. I've just done what I did at Liverpool essentially. Again, because PSG and Liverpool quite similar, like in terms of how good they are. So it's not really like I don't have to reinvent the wheel here. It's just more of like, let's try and win the things in France and use the same sort of stuff that we did at Liverpool. I will say I've already signed some of the staff, but you can see we still have a bit more to come through. And yeah, that's essentially what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks is trying to get all the staff sorted. You know, selling players that want to be sold, bringing in players that I feel like we need. So goalkeeper and striker are probably the two that I'm gonna try and bring in. And then yeah, working out who's good backup, yada yada yada. So I'll come back with an update when I do have one for you lot. But yeah, all in all, it is a new journey, a new start, a different club, and yeah, let's just try and see what we can do here at Paris Saint-Germain. I'm excited to start something new and see how we get on. Yay! We get another sale, Rasmus Højlund. Just purely bait on the basis that I don't think he's going to get the game time that he would want here at PSG. So yeah, we sell him for a little bit of money. Bayomo rejects Spalmas, fair enough. So Shuameni, I'm not going to be able to sell him, so I'm just going to ask him to leave. I'm just going to not sell him and just keep him, to be honest. And hope that he doesn't mind staying here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, we need a left-sided centre back, and here he is, the left-sided centre back, Mr. Leon. Oh, you guys will remember Mr. Leon Jakarovic from our Liverpool team. I decided to go and pick him up because I did really enjoy using him. He was in our second team for Liverpool, and he was dangerous from corners. And he now is going to be in our second team for PSG, and he is going to be dangerous from corners. Yeah, very happy to get him on board, no problem whatsoever in there. And oh wait, PSG sign. Oh wait, oh okay, yeah, sorry, I was getting confused there because it said accept or reject on Leon. That was interesting. But yeah, so no, do not want to get rid of you. There we go. So our team is pretty much sorted now. Set, it's kind of set. We just need to work out the youngsters, which kind of it's always hard when you join into a team. It's always hard to know who's the youngsters you want to keep and things like that. So yeah, I think I'm not too stressed about that. I think that's something that we'll get over time if you get what I mean. Like these guys, I don't know how good or bad they are. Or not even that, it's just I don't know how much they'll play, therefore I don't really know whether we should loan them or not. So what I'm going to do as a general rule is just keep them, and then when it comes to January, I'll make that decision whether to loan them out for the remainder of the season. I think that's the smartest thing we can do in this situation. But we do have some sort of friendly cup thing coming up against Chelsea. But of course, I probably won't show that on videos. This pre-season stuff. What I'll probably do is just show you guys when we are at the start of the season. But of course, that is going to be in a future episode now. In today's video, it's just more about getting into the club, learning the players that we've got, selling some players, buying some players, refining our tactics, going through the training, and all the stuff that you would do when you join a club, of course. And then in the next episode, we're going to start off our season and see how well we can do. But yeah, essentially this whole episode is just me going through um, the squad and where we're at and what we're trying to do here. And I think essentially what you're seeing on screen is more or less going to be the squad. Yeah, it's more or less going to be the squad, and then the second team is going to be this. So I'll put them in so you guys can see. Unit. Then we're going to have, well, for now we're going to have Chouameni, Valverde, and then who is going to be the other one? This guy, I think. Oh no, it's going to be Mora. Wherever he is, where's Mora? Okay, he's on international break at the moment, which is a bit weird. Why is he on international break? With Mexico, okay, weird. And then it's going to be Enrique, I think. I think they're playing on them sides. Yeah, so Zim, yeah, perfect. And then the backup striker is going to be probably Dembele. So yeah, that is pretty much first and second team, as you guys have seen. The only thing that we might need to change potentially is I just don't know how good Dembele is going to be. But everyone else is pretty good, and you guys know me. I want my second team to be very good because that was pretty much the key to our success. That was pretty much the key to our success at Liverpool. We had such a good second team that I was confident at winning Premier League matches with the second team, and I think that's the key to winning trophies, especially on Football Manager, is being, or especially when you're at a big club anyways. Obviously when you're at a smaller club sometimes you just don't get the luxuries of doing that, but when you're at a club like Liverpool, PSG, Man City, all the big clubs pretty much that have loads of money, you just want to get them to the stage where you're confident, or yeah, I guess confident is the right word, to confident enough to put your second team in a league match against maybe a mid tier or a low tier team, confident that they'll still win. And I feel like we've inherited quite a good squad here. You've seen that I've not actually made that many insane signings. Well, most of it has went on Sheshko and obviously Chevalier. And then we picked up Leon as a backup, and I think I'm pretty happy with everything. Obviously, if I was being super nitpicky, then I would go and proper refine it a bit more. But I think I'm pretty confident in this second team. Ooh, Nagelsmann is the Liverpool manager. That is a great pickup from them. But yeah, I'm confident that this second team would do well in a league match. Therefore, um, I don't feel the need to really go and sign anyone new. So yeah, pretty happy with how things are going here at PSG. Obviously, this is a new signing, or not a new signing, a new start, should I say, in our career. Marmoush gone to Arsenal. Interesting. So I'm going to leave it off, or I'm going to leave you guys with that here on the episode here today. I will say when you guys come back next, or tomorrow's video, is going to be probably games, and I think I'm pretty much going to skip between now. Obviously we have these friendly cups and things like that, but I'm not going to show them in videos because it's just a bit long, and I'm pretty much going to skip to the Ligue 1, or the first game of the season. That's what you guys are going to see in the next episode. And yeah, between now and then, I'm going to make sure I refine all of my staff, because I've still got a few to pick up, as you can see. I think some of them are waiting for work permits and things like that. So I'm going to do staff, and I'm also going to do training, make sure all the training sessions are sorted, because I still need to go through the calendar and make sure, for example, this is on Saturday, and we have a game on Wednesday and Sunday. So I'm pretty much just going to be going and doing this Wednesday, Saturday, boom, and then going and doing that for all of the weeks here. So boring stuff really that you won't want to see on a video. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video here today. Obviously refining the squad, starting our new journey here at PSG. If you did, then please do remember to like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you guys in a future video. Peace.